sorry about that, Vanny.
No problem. Hey,
Now that you've watched back the game, what did you make of it? What were some of the things you liked? What were some of the things you didn't like?
I liked a lot of things. Uh, the analysis, the stats, everything told us that we did a very good performance. I really liked how we pressed. I really like how we built up and we arrived in their final third. We conceded only three entries in our box in the entire game, and so it's impossible to concede less than three entries of in a box in the entire game, like to the other team. So I really liked the performance. I didn't like our behavior in that crucial moment. I think, especially in the first two goals, the penalty and the second goal, we made mistakes in the last 25 meters that costed us a lot. And on the same side, I didn't like, and that's the reason why we worked on a lot this week. Uh, our decision making in the when we were in the box at the end, I saw that we were like we had three, four chances even in the 0-0. Brian had the ball behind the line. Ryan Gold shot once from the box, inside the box, and we had very good chances on a set play. So we need to convert those chances because the points in the game they give you the real goals, not the expected goals, unfortunately.
And I believe that's 12 matches now with 12 different starting lineups for you.
Yeah.
Would you be looking for a little bit more consistency with the squad going forward now that you have just an idea of who's training well, who's playing good?
Yeah, of course. It's like the more we play, hopefully, the more we'll find kind of consistent solution. But at the same time, I would be very disappointed if I have to play the same 11 every time. I like that the players challenges me, showing up in training and be good enough to make me rethink the lineup. And that will be the case also for this week. There will be some changes for sure.
Thank you very much, Benny.
No problem.
Thank you. On to the next, Joshua.
Hi, Vanni. Just want to ask you your thoughts on Christian Dahome's contract extension, which was announced this morning.
Yeah, I think it's very well deserved. Christian has been with us for 2 years now. This is his third year, if I say well, and he yeah, and especially last year he did very well. It was a huge piece for the team. The entire season, not only in the period that I was the coach that helped us to reach the playoff. Is a good player, is a leader, is a guy that also helps the other guy, especially the South American players that they're not very good with the language to be part of the group. So we are very happy to have him with us for the future.
And you said after the game against Portland that the team was very sleepy, and against Montreal, how do you not be sleepy?
Yeah, it's actually a good question because we'll fly to Montreal tomorrow, and I always find that when we disrupt our routine and we don't fly the day before the game and we have to train in their facility, we're not our 100%. So to be honest, we'll work a lot on readiness. We worked a lot on tactics today and yesterday, and the next 2 days will be more kind of competition training, fast, very intense, because I want to raise that kind of intensity because we need to be very, very, very woke, I would say, from minute one.
And Montreal has scored plenty of goals so far this season. They've given up quite a bit as well. What do you expect to see from them?
Yeah, it's a good I would say synopsis of their quality. They're a good team when they have the ball. They have quality. They can move the ball very well. They play in between lines. They play with two guys very wide. They guarantee them width, and so they're good 1v1. But they're also so expansive in defending that they're easy to beat. So what we need to do is firstly be very well compact and doing a very good aggressive defensive game. Sorry, because we know that if we limit the chances, we will have chances to score.
Final one from me is how important is it to get off to a good start on the road against Montreal?
It's very important, especially on the road. Opposition fans, the team that plays can really build on if we are too shy at the beginning. So we need to be extremely aggressive, as I said before, defensively, and try to limit them and to stay as far as we can from our goal to take the confidence and play the 90 minutes in a way that we can get on with points.
Thank you, Vanni.
Thank you.
Thank you. Nathan, please.
Hey, Vanni.
Hey, Nathan.
Hey, kind of an interesting nature way the lineup worked out, going from Portland and the Cascadia rivalry, going to Montreal and the Canadian rivalry. Do you kind of get a little bit more worked up for those games versus other ones, or is it just kind of business as usual and you play to the opponent for anything?
I have to be honest. I feel more the rivalry with the Cascadia teams than with the Canadian teams. They're so far away. And personal note between me and you, I like more Montreal than Toronto, so maybe I feel more the rivalry against Toronto than against Montreal. So it's but it's right. Yeah, you know, I feel more the kind of. This game to be special when we played in the Canadian Championship. When it's MLS, it's like business as usual. We need to make 3 points. Actually, they are East Coast, let's say, opposition. So we need to know that we go there and it's a bonus game for us. We win points. If we lose points, we don't give points to any of our competitors for the playoff. So we need it should be something that fuel us to be even more aggressive and even more, I would say, fearless to try to get a result.
Final one for me. Colin Alexandre just announced that he's fractured his hand. Unfortunately, he's out for another few weeks. How is he doing physically and also, I guess, mentally? You know, always coming back and having this setback.
Yeah, it's very sad the fact that Kayo got another injury, and you know, he got the foot broken last year. He was coming back, and then now he had this setback again, and he's gonna take him off for some weeks. And he's a top guy. That one is fantastic guy. He's so upbeat and he's so positive that he's gonna. I talk with him today. I say, hey, don't get yourself down because your time will come. I know, and this he has this great quality that he always face life with a smile and with a positive attitude. So if we will need 8 weeks on paper to come back with him, we know that it's gonna be 7 weeks. Because that's how it's gonna be.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Sam, please.
Yeah, hi Vanni. Thanks for doing this. Good transition into my question, I guess, which was I think a lot of supporters out there were looking forward to Kayo being back in the lineup. Now you're without him in the midfield for a while. Where does that leave you? How you feel about your midfield options at the moment? Does that change anything tactically, knowing that Kayo's not in the picture for the next little while?
Well, no, we have four central midfielders. That is Rusty, Seba, Michael, and Leo. Unfortunately, Michael and Leo last week, they were not 100%. They had both a foot injury during the week, so the option last week were kind of limited. But when they're all, I would say, ready to go, like they are now, I feel safe that we can put up a different kind of midfield with different quality, because all the four guys, they have more or less different qualities.
Okay, second, just quick follow-up for me. I asked you about Goody last week, and he got a start at center back. From my perspective, at least, looked very confident on the ball, combined with Raposo really well in the first half, but obviously there were a couple defensive moments where he maybe wasn't the best. What were your thoughts on how he looked at center back, and just, kind of how you're evaluating that position, especially the wide center backs? Because Ranko's been very good, but it felt like finding consistency at that wide, left, right center backs maybe been a little bit more challenging.
Well, I think he did well. I think he did well tactically. I think he did what we were supposed to do. It's a new position for him, so if I would say he is quote unquote allowed to make mistakes if he learn from that mistakes, and the reason why he played in that position last week was for his quality when we had the ball, because we thought that Portland wasn't pressing us, and his quality in driving the ball forward was appealing for that position. And then I think he did well. Then, of course, he lost the 1v1 that led to the third goal, basically. And but it's okay. Sometimes even a guy that played 300 games as centre backs lost at a 1v1. So we wouldn't probably thought about it. So I think that it's a good. I think it's a good thing for him if he learns even more to play in that position, because it's always better to have more than one position where you can start, because you can be there. In terms of the general thing, Ranko found his consistency. He played very well, and also because we don't have to forget that we have Eric off for the moment, and but he's getting back. But and on the side centre backs, I have option, and Tristan, Jake, Flo, and Guti, they all did well, and we will see changes again during the season, accordingly on who seems the readier in training.
Great, thanks as always, Vanni.
No problem.
Joshua?
Frank, just a quick injury update. Obviously, you mentioned Eric Godoy. Just that, is he going to be an option for Montreal?
No. The plan is actually, if everything goes well, he will be playing with the second team in Seattle on Sunday. So that's one of the huge thing why we are very happy to have a second team now. So that will be a test